One such grammar cheat sheet that can be applied to the reading fill in the blanks questions and get the answer straight away. I have seen numerous number of times students struggling with why this answer is correct, why this answer is not correct. And what if I tell you I can give you a cheat sheet that you can refer to it and that will straight away tell you the reasons for those answers being correct or not. So this particular video will share with you the particular PTE grammar cheat code or cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, that will help you to conquer the PTE reading questions in an approachable manner. So watch it till the end and find out what it is. Hey everyone, this is Anurag here from Edutrainex PTE. I hope you all are doing great. I bring you back another super successful video that will help you to crack the PTE reading grammar in an easy way. And you all know that the shortcuts are the easier way to tackle them. Full grammar video of verbs broken down into some sheets that you can memorize easily, and then you can refer to it when you are solving the questions, and this is majorly helpful in the reading fill in the blanks questions and reading writing fill in the blanks. Believe me, this will be a lifesaver for you if you are able to even print it out, stick it in your room while you are doing the questions, and then slowly try to memorize it and remember it. So I'll be demonstrating this video with the help of exam questions, and if you're looking where we are getting those questions, you can join our YouTube priority member where you can get access to the latest questions in the form of prediction files, and then you'll be getting the questions from there. The link for them is also in the description, and if you're looking for full course paid coaching, you WhatsApp us and then we can help you, not just for the reading but for the entire course, and we give you unlimited classes with that cost for the entire course. A lot of goodies as well. So like and subscribe and let's watch it till the end. Let's start cracking what those grammar tricks are. So before I demonstrate to you what exactly the grammar cheat sheet is, I want to highlight the problems that people are facing, and this is one of the major problems. Look at the question over here. This is a part of the question that we have extracted from the exam question that is coming in this particular month for reading, writing, fill in the blanks. As you can see, it is having only one blank because not all the questions are grammar based, not all the blanks are grammar based, but whatever is grammar based, you have to use grammar techniques, grammar cheat sheets. So see, this is a simple paragraph and there are 4 options, all related to grammar. Was receiving, received, had received, is received. Particularly a tense based question. Tenses are related to verbs, so let's examine what the context is. Victoria University of Wellington has conferred an honorary degree on a distinguished astrophysicist in a recent graduation ceremony. Professor Warwick Couch dashed the honorary degree of Doctor of Science for his remarkable contribution to our knowledge of galaxies and dark energy. So what is it saying? It is talking about that some honorary degree has been given to someone. So already it is given. So that is the hint the paragraph is giving to you which type of tenses should be used. In the next slide, I'll demonstrate what is the difference between was, receiving, simple received, had received, has received, or is received. Okay, but let's examine what the answer should be. If you want to try it out, you can comment it in the comments below and we'll tell you if you got it right. So what do you think? It says already happened. So can we eliminate the ones which are talking in present tense, is received, and that too having a past tense, not sounding right, right? So was receiving, received, and had received. The difference between these 3 is that received is used when the event has happened and done and dusted, completely happened and finished in the past. Was receiving is used to describe a continuous process that was happening in the past. And had received is used in the places when you want to talk about 2 things. One happened before the other. So he had received the award, but before that he also got an honorary degree. So this event happened in the simple past, this event happened in the past perfect, which is had received. Now if it is getting too much for you, so what we can do is we are not talking about any continuous activity in the past, so we can eliminate this option. We can eliminate this option as well because we are not talking about 2 events and comparing one happened before the other. So we are talking about a simple past event that has already happened. So this is how you filter out the events, you filter out the tenses, what is happening in the questions. Look at it. So these are the tenses here, past simple, and for this example, I have picked up the past tenses first and then we'll move on to the present and the future. See, this is an example over here and this is the scenario, how you use these particular tenses. So take a screenshot and keep it with you for your reference. Take a printout, stick it in your wall, and then refer to it whenever you are in doubt. Simple past uses subject, verb, object, verb 2. As you can see here, she read a book yesterday. Okay, done and dusted. Completed action in the past. This is the scenario that we were facing in the last question, right? Past continuous, what is it talking about? Ongoing action in the past, not happening in the previous question. So if you get a question that is demonstrating he was driving to the work yesterday, so that probably will have was driving because it was showing a continuous activity in the past. Remember how you are using it. So subject is combined with was and were. Was for singulars, were for plural, and then verb 1 ing is used and then the object comes. Example, she was reading at 8 p.m. Sometimes we don't even have an object in the end, but at least subject and verb will always be there, right? Past perfect, this is what we were talking about, had. The difference between present perfect is has or have. So subject and then verb 3 will come always after has, have, had. Verb 3 comes and then the object. Which scenario? Action completed before another past action. So remember, past perfect you have to use when you're talking about two activities that happened one before the other. So you use had for the previous one in the past, which is the most pastest. There's no such word, but I'm just using it for your reference. And then past perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. So had been, then verb 1 ing, had been ing. Where do we use it? Ongoing action before another past event. So basically, I had been reading for 3 hours before I ate my dinner. So had been reading is a non-stop continuous activity that happened in the past before I had the dinner. So this is the scenario to demonstrate a continuous activity. You can see the example here as well. She has been reading for 2 hours before dinner. So before dinner again in the past, but before that you have been reading. She has been reading. Okay, so all these examples will help you. Now time to move on to the next scenario of the questions that we see in the exam, and then we'll come to the cheat code. So this particular slide is very important for you. I have scribbled all over it, but go back to the place where it was completely empty and take a screenshot. Okay, let's look at the next question. This is again reading, writing, fill in the blanks, and there are 2 blanks this time. So Burger King has experienced a 6-year 22% decline in customer traffic, with its overall quality rating dropping while ratings for the other 3 contenders have increased. The decline has been, do you notice something? Has been dash to inconsistent product quality and poor customer service. Now this is again an exam question. So these kind of patterns you will always see in the exam. Let's look at the next one. Today, Burger King dashed to address these concerns to attract more customers and increase the sales figure. Now, before I discuss the answers, I'll give you the opportunity. If you want to solve it, try to comment below and then see if you got it right. Okay, so the first option is the decline has been dedicated, mainly, due, attributed. Which one will you use? Has been dedicated to inconsistent. We don't dedicate some unsuccessful reasons for anything. We don't dedicate. If it is a successful reason, then maybe you can dedicate. So what is the factor here? Has been mainly to. Mainly is also missing another word, mainly due to. So probably this is also not the word. So due, the third option you can see here is due to inconsistent, had been due to. So what the grammar has been telling us, what the cheat sheets has been telling us, that after has been or have been, we need either verb 3 or ing. There's none over here. So has been due to inconsistent. It's not making any proper sense because we are trying to point it to something. Attributed is the best word. It is also fitting grammatically. Now in the next slide, I'll show you. In the previous slide also, I told you about the grammar things related to the past tense, and the next one is today Burger King dash to address. Today, it's talking about now, right now. So which one can you use? Can we use had, something that happened in the past before another event? Is looking, probably yes. Was looked, again simple past. Will be looked, future. We are talking about today. So what does the common sense tell you? And what does the grammar cheat sheet tell you? That we have to pick something that is talking about today, because that is what the cheat sheet will tell you. Let's look at it. So simple present tense, or which one did we choose? We chose is looking, which is present continuous. This one, which is this one. You can take a screenshot before I start scribbling on this slide, because this is a very useful slide for you. So this is the one I was talking about. Present continuous, ongoing now. Today something is happening, or the Burger King is doing an activity which will not stop immediately. It will go on for some time. And what was the concern in the previous slide is to address these concerns, to attract more customers. So maybe they'll make campaigns, they will make advertisements, which will be ongoing activity in the present tense form. So that is where you use present tense. Present simple is used for usual things, habitual things that you do repeatedly. Okay, I go to the office every day. I work in a bank. All those things you have to use simple present tense. And this is where we have been talking about the subject, verb, object, verb and subject agreement. I have been talking about in my other grammar videos. If you haven't seen them, very, very important. So when there is a singular subject, the verb will be plural, because the verb has to agree with the subject. When there is plural subject, the verb has to be singular. So that is the combination you need to remember. Simple present tense. When do we use present perfect? When we talk about a completed action with relevance to now, or something that started in the past and still happening. Scenarios. She has read 5 books. So that is something completed action with reference to the present. She has read the book up until now. That's what it means. She has read. If you are saying she read 5 books, that means it's completely done previously in the past. We don't know when, but finished. She has read means until now. We are talking about until now. That is the reason, and that is the scenario where you use present perfect. So if you see questions like this where it is referring to up until now with reference to the present tense, then you use this particular tense form. And present perfect continuous is also similar. Has been reading or have been reading. As you can see, has and have will be used here. In the simple present tense continuous form is, am, are. I am driving, he is doing, she is, or they are doing something. So verb 1, ing, and then object will come. With has, have, as you noticed, verb 3 is there. Has, have been, again verb 1 plus ing. So something, action started in the past and continuing till now. I have been preparing for my PT exam since the last 2 months. And you can add a reference to the time as well in this. Since when? When did you start? Action started in the past and continued till now. See, in this example also, they have added a reference for time, 2 hours. I have been preparing for 2 months. So that's how you can add the reference of time, either duration or the starting point. Okay, so this is the cheat sheet 2. I'm guaranteedly telling you this is going to help you. Please understand these scenarios and a lot of questions will become easier for you. Third example. Similar. But now what we are looking at is on the future side of things. Now again, these are exam questions. Let's look at it. Life in the UK 2012 provides a unique overview of well-being in the UK today. The report is the first snapshot of life in the UK to be delivered by the Measuring National Wellbeing Programme and publish the reports annually. So what is it talking about? Again, exam question. Now, all the examples that I have picked up here are particularly from the reading, writing, fill in the blanks, because that is the more trickier part for all of you. Okay, reading, fill in the blanks is comparatively easy and students have been getting successful after watching the techniques that I teach to you. But if you are still struggling in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks, now my focus is on the reading, writing, fill in the blanks in this particular video. So all examples I have picked up from the exam questions are related to that. So what are we talking about? Understand the context first. First thing important in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks question is don't lose the importance of the context. So don't just read the sentence that is carrying the blank. You have to read the previous sentence as well. I shared a video just a week or a couple of weeks back about 5 masterclass techniques related to reading, writing, fill in the blanks especially. Watch that. Reverse and forward method related to the context is something that I'm talking about. Watch that video if you have not. We will put the link in the description as well, or my editor will also highlight the video thumbnail so you can see and identify which one I'm talking about. Search it on my channel, on the Edutrainex channel. So coming back to the question, the report is the first snapshot of life in the UK to be delivered, something going to happen. Don't get distracted with the past tense. To be is used with something that is going to happen, not happened yet. To be delivered by the National Wellbeing Program and publish the reports annually. So this is giving you a hint that something is going to happen. It's going to happen in the future, not in the present, not in the past, in the future. So what can you choose? So now let's look at the options. We have gone through the context, and will be updated, will update, will have been updated, and will be updating. All four of them are having will, referring to that something is going to happen in the future. So will update, put it there. To be delivered by the measuring so and so program, and will update. Who will update? By. Okay. So by is also giving you a hint that it could be in the passive voice. Okay, if you have been watching my videos related to the active voice, passive voice, subject, verb, object, you will definitely understand what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, will have been is making it too complex. Will have been updated. Will update is in simple future tense form. Will be updating is in future continuous form. Will be updating. It's not a continuous activity that we are talking about in the future, so you can eliminate that. Will be updated is the correct answer. Why? When I show you the cheat sheet, you will understand. In the meantime, if any of you tried this question and check with the answer that I discussed right now, I'm sure you might have commented till now. Now let's look at the cheat sheet and refer back to the example. So now we are talking about future simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Now take a screenshot before I start scribbling. Future simple, future continuous, will be, will, shall. Okay, simple future is will, subject, will, shall, and verb 1 is used here. She will read a book tomorrow. Future action, simple future action. Future continuous is will be and verb ing. Future continuous. Then she will be reading at 9 p.m. or the Prime Minister will be announcing tomorrow. So ongoing action in the future. That's where you use future continuous. Where do we use future perfect? Where you have to talk about action completed before a future time. Similar to what we demonstrated for the past event, something happened before another event. If you want to use that scenario in the future, you have to use that. So she will have read the book by Sunday or by the time she ate her food. So you are talking about two events in the future, but you are talking about one happened after the other. When do we use? And the SVO combination is will have, and then verb 3 will come. So will have read, this is in past tense. Will have done, past tense, verb 3 form. Future perfect continuous, will have been, and then verb 1 ing. Will have been reading for 2 hours by 6 p.m. Ongoing action before a future time. Similar to this one, but it's an ongoing action. So where does will be comes into picture? Now, did you fall into the trick or did you fall into the trap? Let's go back to the example. Now, I told you, I gave you a hint before I started discussing the cheat sheet. Was it actually related to the grammar or the future tenses that we discussed, or was it just a concept of active voice or passive voice? The report is the first snapshot of the life in the UK to be delivered by so and so and publish the reports annually, later part of the text. So why will be updated is because to be delivered and will be updated by someone. So the subject is coming in the end, hinting you end of not of the sentence but the phrase over here. After that, this and this part are later part of the phrases. Well-being, National Well-being Program. So that is the subject which is doing some action. So if I wrote it in the active voice, I would have written it like National Well-being Program will measure it and will deliver it in future. So will something, simple future tense form, because this is going to happen in the future. But the way I have written it is in passive voice. This report will be completed by so and so, which is the subject in the end. I've used by, so we have to use verb 3 there somehow. And because we are talking about a future tense, so will be updated. If I say this video or the next video will be updated by next week, that means it is going to happen next week. And who will update? By me or by my team. So subject is coming in the end. Okay. Two things we learned about it, not just the grammar cheat sheet, which is over here for future tenses, but sometimes you also have to check whether it's active voice, whether it's passive voice, and then find out the details, and then just use a little bit of common sense to realize what the sentence is exactly saying. So that will help you to solve a lot of questions, make your life a lot easier in the reading fill in the blanks as well as reading writing fill in the blanks. Learning grammar is never useless, okay? It will also be helpful throughout your life. English is a language skill. Wherever you go, wherever you study, wherever you live, you will require English, and having good or strong English will always make a good impression of you in front of the others. So as I said before, if you're looking for the prediction files, the latest exam repeat questions, you can become our YouTube priority member, and then you will get access to all of them that we publish monthly. And if you're looking for paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us. We'll give you unlimited classes until you succeed with a lot of goodies, all the prediction files, templates, study plans, practice questions, mock test, everything. And in the meantime, if you haven't seen the video that I talked about before, the 5 masterclass techniques related to the reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks, please go and watch now. Keep watching Edutrainex, and I'll soon be back with another super informative video on PT topics. See you soon.